when we're talking about innovation and product evolution, when you make a decision to evolve based on market changes, client needs, or technology,
Mhm.
or when do you make the decision that, hey, you know what, we're going to create this and the customer doesn't know that they want it yet?
Yeah, man, it's a lot of good stuff. So, man, it's really good stuff, Javier. You know, the thing is that, you know, and I think we've talked about this before, building trust, right? And so if you're playing in that artificial intelligence space, right? Um, and a lot of banks have done, a lot of financial institutions have done, you know, the idea is to normalize the technology,
Hmm.
right? And so if you have a, you know, something along the lines of a, you know, automated way of, you know, transferring funds for somebody, or you have a way where you can allow someone to, you know, log in via biometrics, right? There first needs to be a story told to the market, which I think marketing does an amazing job at, to normalize the behavior so that people feel comfortable with that, right? Before they commit to it. Because if they don't, people inherently, if they don't see that other people are using the technology or there is a problem being solved for them, they're going to be very hesitant to jump right in and say, hey, I'm going to give you my, you know, my fingerprint, or I'm going to let you scan my face, right? So that I can get into a piece of software. And that's huge, right? And that's something that at a micro level, right, designers can do in their conversations through usability, qualitative studies, and understanding the customer. But I think that exponential growth happens when marketers get involved and they're able to tell the story of how people use it and how it's solving the problem. That's where it gets really beneficial and valuable, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to say, you know, there's something else about, you know, you build trust by taking a moment to listen, obviously,
Yes.
but by not surprising. Nobody
Yes.
want, specifically
Oh,
in product. Like, I don't
Yes.
don't shock me with something I wasn't prepped for, specifically when it comes to technology, specifically when it comes to, you know,
yeah.
finances and in my banking. And I think that that's really important. And I know you guys are doing an amazing job. Some of the stuff that we've talked about is
Yeah.
really taking all those things into consideration. Also thinking about how to make people feel empowered and not dumb when they're interacting with products, contextual support, like really thinking
Yeah.
through all this stuff. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so you said something really key, right? That made me think of something. You know, part of what design thinking does so well is there's such a cost saving factor and a ability to understand what our customers are feeling prior to something going to market, right? And that's so important, right? When you're trying to save dollars from a company standpoint, when you're trying to be as accurate as possible to get to speed to market, right? With the right thing, right? You're trying to meet that underserved need, right? A lot of times as we design, right, it's important to, when things are low fidelity, when they're just ideas, to test them with people and say, hey, do you feel comfortable if at this point, right, I take some of your data to make this a better experience, or I ask you to give me your fingerprint, or to do that before even going to market, to test, to prototype with people before going to market. Because once it's in the market and you can actually get that approval, right, from your customers that, yeah, I'm okay with this, or I don't feel comfortable with this particular approach. I don't want to give my social security number, but I'm okay with giving my phone number. Once you
Yeah.
can extract what those specifics are before an engineer even codes, right, or before it even goes to market, there's a cost savings there, right? But then once you align those things and get it into the market, it's a lot easier for a marketer to do what they do best, which is tell an amazing story.
Right, right.
The proof has already been like substantiated that, hey, this is something that people will feel comfortable with, but these are the things we need to be mindful of as we tell the story.